Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM, we welcome you guys back to the broadcast. Also tuning in to our friend at WYADonline.com, iHeartRadio, as well as Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. If you guys have been watching the news, I know I've been very interested to see that when it comes to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it really is breaking records this year, and especially if that's significant with the high inflation that we've been seeing. But what can businesses expect as we're going into December when it comes to spending, and what tools might be available to them to kind of help them to kind of check out their numbers as well? To help us with that, we're excited to welcome Roshan Jhunja to our program today. Roshan is the head of retail at Square. He's going to share with us not only about what businesses can expect, but also where they can go for more information about resources as well. Roshan, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Cyrus. Glad to be here.
So, as I mentioned, it's been really exciting to see that people are spending. I know I've been among those myself. But, Roshan, what consumer trends are you seeing coming out of Black Friday and Cyber Monday that really stood out to you?
Yeah, it's a great question. One of the things we did going into the holiday season was we surveyed, and we asked both consumers and small business sellers what they expected to happen. 80% of consumers told us that they expected to spend the same, if not more, compared to last year. And sure enough, what we saw this past weekend was about 18% growth compared to the same period last year. So folks are out and they're spending more than they were before. We also saw that sellers staffed up because they expected some of that demand to show up. And so there was a 19% increase in holiday staffing. We saw an uptick in buy now, pay later. And so more consumers were both interested and, in fact, showed up to take Afterpay transactions about 120% compared to pre-holiday. And, here what we find is that buy now, pay later helps people to kind of manage their holiday spending. Lastly, I would say gift cards, always a favorite, ranked the number one option. We saw about 250,000 of gift cards sold, both electronic and physical, this past weekend.
Well, that's exciting news, and I think it's probably a breath of fresh air for retailers out there, Roshan, who were, kind of wondering, especially with inflation being the way it is, what was going to happen. So what can businesses do then to kind of look forward to December when it comes to the holiday season? What should they be prepared for?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, Cyrus, what's happened this past weekend sort of sets the stage for what comes next. That's a pattern that we've seen play out in previous years. And so, we know consumers are out there and interested in spending. What's different this year is we also know that consumers are a little bit more value motivated given inflation and what's going on. And so the average discount we saw this past weekend was about 21%. Discounting and sales are certainly going to be a really important part of holiday shopping. And so here, small businesses should expect to not only hold those discounts, but to really promote them. Make sure that folks are aware, whether you're promoting that on your social media, your online store, and so forth. We'd also say that there's been a little bit of a shift to more value brands, and here a small business can actually do a lot more to promote value beyond price. Think about things like return policies and free shipping, and, loyalty discounts, buy one, get one, things like that, that can really entice those value-minded shoppers in the weeks ahead. I would also say that even though we saw some big numbers on gift cards already, gift cards will only increase in their importance and the value that people are putting on them as we get closer to the holiday. They're really popular. It's kind of like a guilt buy, a last-minute Christmas shopping for folks that haven't done it yet. And so make sure that you're amply stocked with gift cards, you're promoting them, and make sure that they're visible.
Love this. Some really good tips there, Roshan. Where can our audience go for more information if they are interested in finding out more, especially when it comes to tools that may be available for businesses?
Yeah, our website is the place to go. It's squareup.com. There you'll find stats that we've covered here and many more. And we'll also lay out all the different tools that we have for businesses of all shapes and sizes to sell in this, increasingly omni-channel world. we've got a lot of really valuable systems there that can help you adapt and stay nimble.
Roshan, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate what you guys are doing there at Square. We definitely use your services with our business, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
It's great to hear. Thanks, Cyrus. Always glad to be here.
All right, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.